ahead of the storm. A KRBC Storm Team Special continues.
Thanks for staying with us. This severe weather season has already proved itself to be a pretty active one here in the Big Country.
That's right, Dylan. Several cities have already been affected by storms, including one tornado. March 12th is not a day residents of Zephyr will soon forget. The National Weather Service is saying it was an EF0 or an EF1 tornado that tore through the town of Zephyr. This means the damaging winds reached speeds of 65 to 110 miles per hour.
Several homes, businesses, and buildings damaged or destroyed. First responders, including the Zephyr Volunteer Fire Department, worked to pick up the pieces and help those affected by the storms. We spoke with one resident who survived the storm.
I decided to crawl underneath my mattress, and next thing I remember, I'm pushing the couch off of me. I guess the couch landed on me.
And on the same day, March 12th, Snyder was hit by a large squall line moving throughout much of central Texas. The National Weather Service in Midland saying the damage there likely the result of straight-line winds and not a tornado.
It was nonstop for probably close to an hour. We was just lines down, roads blocked, houses damaged.
Snyder's north end hard hit by those fierce winds, power lines down across the area, and strong winds causing major destruction to homes. We spoke to one family who escaped a near-death experience. Just after midnight, the roof from a building flew into the second-story window of a home, landing inches away from 3 children inside.
Like, our home is destroyed, but I mean, we could get a new home. We can't get our lives back, you know, if one of us were taken. So I'm glad about that we're all okay.
The National Weather Service actually had to delay its trip to Snyder because of winds making travel hazardous for its team.
Let's talk about hail. Why do we get different sizes of hail, different kinds of hail, and generally when does it happen? Well, springtime is upon us. We get the stronger storms. The stronger storms can help support larger hail. So let's take our storm, for example. It's got an updraft. It's got a little bit of a downdraft down below that helps cool off the surface. That's why we see such a dramatic drop in temperatures with rain. And as we start to see that rain, we also see freezing levels in the middle parts of the storm. That rain gets caught in the updraft and starts to get thrown up where it's above that freezing level. That rain starts to freeze into a piece of ice. That ice gets lofted to the very top of the atmosphere to where the updraft can't support it. Then it starts to free fall back down below that freezing level, back down to near the surface. Here comes that updraft back into play. It sucks that ice back up, returns back to the updraft, gets back above the freezing level, collects more water, and then it just freezes into a bigger piece of ice. And that ice size will depend on the updraft, but then it gets lofted up again, falls back again, and we'll repeat this cycle until the updraft either becomes too weak to support it or just goes away altogether. And that's when you start to see the hail fall to the ground.